later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar. Burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. For the first time with DeAndre Swift.
You don't want
wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second and 4.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Back to Swift again on second down. Swift's got the first down and then some.
And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now a give right side Swift.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
40 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, there was plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
That's the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Now they run. It's Mason. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ben Mason. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Back to throw now on 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 11. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And They'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again, he wants the football.
But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw on second down. Benedict. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And you're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run route.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Hit to that, Troy Curry.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 1st and 10, Benedict. Smith catches that side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on first down, Benedict. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Mason, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Bill Mason with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And he's giving his guys a shot for 8 points as they will take over in range for a field goal, maybe more. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Benedict. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Throwing after the interception. Benedict. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Cook able to escape. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Benedict. And this one complete to Smith. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook from 10 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards left on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
It takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Let's go. Big play there for Minnesota.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Benedict.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll look to throw now on first down.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back on the 35-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air. And I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long list. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Oh, yeah! A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Killing the run dude. 78 yards. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th-quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Out of the gun now on third down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Pride. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about it.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Troy Pride.
And he will take this one. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game. They're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
first down. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
And they will take a knee here. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game. They put up that number of points. Continue to put up things.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.